Okay, I'm going to show some of my books on Freemasonry. Let's see here. Here we have okay, this is actually one of the more, this used to be required study, Morals and Dogma of the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite to Freemasonry. There you have good old Albert Pike. Interestingly enough, this is no longer used. This kind of give you an idea of the first degree apprentice, fellowcraft, blah blah, master of the symbolic, prince of the tabernacle, master of the royal secret, 32 degrees. And it is a very dense book, but very fascinating if you're really interested in these kind of things, which I have always been. But we go from that. Let's continue on. Here is Delving Further Beyond the Craft by Reverend Neville Barker Cryer. This deals with a lot of stuff from England in the English Lodge. The Mark Masonry Trail, uncovering the origins of the Arc Mariner degree, the roots of the secret monitor degrees, the hidden origins of the cryptic degrees. Where did the various allied degrees come from? The ancient accepted rite. Wherever did the Red Cross come from? The pendant degrees of the Holy Sepulchre and the St. John the Evangelist. Following the path to our knightly roots. When, how, and where did the Knight Templar priests begin? And further reading. My understanding is that Reverend Neville Barker Cryer is passed on, but he was very famous for his research in those things. The Eastern Star, the evolution from a rite to an order, is the one women are allowed to be in. This just kind of shows the table of contents here. What I'm doing is I'm just showing some of these reference books, so that just to kind of show what I have available as references. Rob Morris, he was apparently pretty famous. The Masonic Poetry of Dr. Rob Moritz. Introduction, Mind of God, the Model Mason, Masonic Treatment, the Beacon of Light, the Emblem of the Craft, Lodge Welcome to Ladies, Lodge Focus to Square, blah blah. Gobble Song, the Trowel, Public. A Place in the Lodge, Nasty Stern's Thies, Ph.D. Dr. Rob Morris, Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star. So again, a couple books on the Eastern Star, which women are allowed in. Here is a very interesting book, The Secret War Inside Freemasonry by Frater X. And this is talking about basically how the Scottish Rite is taking over the York Rite of Freemasonry over the years. And they're two separate things. The York Rite, which is the one that I belong to, that I have been initiated into, is quite different than the Scottish Rite. We'll talk about that maybe sometime later on. But here, very interesting, the magnum opus, or the great work, by Albert Pike. What this is actually a companion novel to the Morals and Dogma, except this is actually, it gives the initiations, and these would be, the initiations are always changing, all right, but what this does, let me try to find a table of contents here. No, it doesn't. What this does is it gives essays that pertain to each particular degree. The 5th degree, Perfect Master. The Lodge, its furniture, decorations, etc. Gives the symbolic stuff, officers, clothing, jewels. This is the preparation for the initiation as it was originally done. To open, gives rap and says, what is this? Okay, so you can see that this actually is giving the original 5th degree initiation as it was originally done. Here's the 13, the Royal Arch chapters. Okay, I have to say that they no longer use those exact things. But it has the lectures, the initiations, it's got Morals and Dogma that goes along with it. That's the Scottish Rite. Here's the York Rite. The York Rite Mysteries Revealed, again by Reverend Neville Barker Cryer. And this talks about the historic York Rite. The York Rite Mysteries, they're in English, and they claimed they're the oldest, really. Concern about the provable history of Freemasonry emerged very early. Like, when did this all happen? So, and what we tend to say about the York Rite is that it actually was more Christianized than the Scottish Rite, and that somebody of like a Muslim or a Buddhist or something like that, they would probably be more interested in the Scottish Rite than in the York Rite, which basically said that there was a Egyptian priest who was initiated into the mysteries of Egypt and became Christianized, and then all the teachings became Christianized. Duncan's ritual of Freemasonry is just, it talks about the actual rituals and monitors of the first 5 degrees. So it goes in there and it gives all of those things, talking about them. Mackey's Revised Encyclopedia of Freemasonry, Volume 2. Oh, maybe I should start with Volume 1, huh? Okay, Mackey's Revised Encyclopedia of Freemasonry, Volume 1. Encyclopedia of Freemasonry by Albert G. Mackey. Revised and enlarged by Robert Clegg. Published by the Masonic History Company. I wonder if let's look here. Sixth printing, 1953. Copyright 1900. So this was first published in 1900. Masonic Record of Owner, where you can put in, okay, table of contents, preface to it, encyclopedia, Masonic record, guide for readers and students, biblical references, glossary of Masonic names, Masonic dictionary, how to use the index, general index, acknowledgments, endorsements. Not really much pictures here, but a lot of information. But just kind of, oh, let's see, allegory. It's like a dictionary. Alexandria, allegory. Everything's alphabetized. So it's like a set of encyclopedias. American Association, Assassins of the Third Degree. There is in Freemasonry a legend of certain unworthy craftsmen who entered into a conspiracy to extort, blah, blah. Okay, that's number 1. Let's look at here's number 2, volume 2. Pretty much the same thing. Oh, magic squares. Starts with M. And volume 3. This is going to go from, I've got another preface there, introduction. Somehow we started out with Albert Pike. These are they're starting with A again and going through guilds, law, presidents, Preston, women, Masonic dictionary, light, from the Anglo-Saxon, light, which derived from Latin lux, Greek look, both of which derived from the Sanskrit to shine, to glow with light, etc. In Freemasonry, it symbolizes truth, knowledge, enlightenment, and is the point of a cluster of ceremonies. Index, big index. Another book, The History of Freemasonry, Albert Mackey. Totally different. The Legend of Nimrod, The Legend of Luca, the legend of the Temple, the extension of the art into other countries. The York legend, summary of the legend, the Prestonian theory, the Hutchinson theory. The story of the Scottish Templars, Freemasonry in the House of Stuart, the Jesuits and Freemasons. Oliver Cromwell, the Rosicrucianism of the high degrees, the Pythagoreans, Scottish Freemasonry and the Essenes. And there you have the York legend. In 925, so-and-so Athelstan ascended the throne. A lot of history. I think I'll leave it at that, and just kind of what I'm trying to do. I thought I would do it all in one video, but I have too many things here. But I thought, okay, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through some and show you some of the things I have, just for people, for interest's sake. Until next time, thank you, bye.